Hi guys, welcome to another live trade review by Optionables. My name is Saket and today we will review the trades taken on 7th of July 2021. So today was a pretty flat day because the VIX was also pretty low and we didn't see lot of up moves and down moves. So there was not much volatility. So today what we did was, since the premiums were so low and VIX was also low, we started booking profits as and when we got it, because we didn't want to give room for a movement. Since the premiums were so low, if there was any 100-150 point move, again there will be imbalance and you will have to start adjusting. So as and when we got some pretty good profits, we started booking it then and there. So today we went trades in 3 phases. First phase is where we took the trade in the morning around 9:30 and we came out of this trade around 11 o'clock itself. So we booked a good 50,000 from our first trade, and then till 1 o'clock we did not enter any positions, and at 1 o'clock again we took one more short straddle, and 2 o'clock we took one more normal system short straddle, and by 2:45 2:50 we came out of that trade also completely. Here again we booked around 50,000. So totally we had already booked around 1 lakh by the time we finally entered our 3 o'clock trade. And with 3 o'clock trade, we further ended up booking around 80,000 more. So totally we traded in 3 phases. First phase we booked around 50k, second one around 50k, and third one around 80k. All in all, we ended up booking around 1,80,000 in total. So we'll see the quick trade review. And coming to the course part, we have got some overwhelming response from you guys. So we got more than 2,600 registrations. So we were really happy for that. And I really hope that you guys have liked the content also, because we have spent a lot of time making these contents. And we will be also having one more workshop coming up soon over there. Even that will be available for free. And that's about fundamentals of options. So you should be having that next week. And if you are liking the workshop, please do share it with your friends also. And you can also leave a comment as well as a review for the workshop. Then if you haven't checked out the workshop, you can go to Optionable website and go to courses tab and get your course for free using the code Optionables or Optionables100, anything. So I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you soon tomorrow. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome to another live trading review by Optionables. And today was again a very flat day. When the VIX is so low, you obviously don't expect high moves in the market, right? So you expect the market to trade in a very small range. So in spite of this, there was some excellent decay happening. So you can't expect higher premiums like before when VIX was at 20. Because when VIX was at 20, it will be pricing in double the size of moves of what you're getting right now. I mean to say double the magnitude of moves of what you're getting right now. And that's the reason the premiums also will be slightly higher. But now, since you can see that there's absolutely no move in the market. See today's range. So if you see today's range, it is hardly that too if you're entering after 10 o'clock especially. The market has just moved in the range of somewhere close to plus or minus 150 points. So it was such a small range in which the market traded. So obviously you can't expect higher premiums to be received. Now coming to today's trade. Today we mainly traded in BankNifty. We were in small quantity of Nifty, but we very quickly came out of that. So today's trade was pretty simple. We never held on to the position till the end. So what we started doing was, since the premium was low, it obviously you are not factoring in a huge move, right? So which means for every 100-150 points move, there will be some sort of an imbalance in the premium. So what we did was, as the market started trading in a range and we got some good amount of decay, we just went on booking the profits. So first, as soon as we reached around 40k, we booked everything. Next, as soon as we hit around 1 lakh, we booked everything. And then later finally we took one more trade and we ended with quite good profit. So I'm just going to tell you what exactly happened. So initially we entered the trade around 9:30. So that was the first trade which we entered, 1000 quantity each. We ended up shorting 35,700 short straddle. So we received premiums of around 200 as well as 170. And then what happened as the market fell? So we re-entered 35,600 short straddles. So this is 35,600. So now what is the average of 35,700 as well as 35,600? The average is 35,650. So it is more like we are having a short straddle at 35,650. So now what happened? The market was consolidating for a while and it had given us pretty good theta decay. And once the market came down towards 35,550, I had a profits of close to 45k positive. So then I was like, okay, anyways I have positive 45k. So let me not continue holding the position, because in case if the market comes down, again you will have to adjust, and if there's a bounce back up, then there is no problem. You would have got much more profits. But the whole problem is if it continues moving downwards. So you have already got quite good profits in the first hour of trading itself. So it is not even around 10:45 and you have entered your trade at 9:30, and very first hour you have got some pretty good theta decay. So we were like, okay, we'll just come out of the positions right now and we will again enter at 1 o'clock. So even if you miss out on some profits, it's absolutely fine because you are anyways booking 45k. So at this point around 10:45 we exited all the trades. So we didn't have any trade open, all trades were exited. So then what happened? Again at 1 o'clock we started to re-enter. So what did we enter this time? We entered 35,600 as well as 700. So we did a strangle here, 35,600 as well as 700. And if you know that we are keeping a stop loss of 75% now, unlike the previous 30%. So that didn't trigger the stop loss anyway. So this is the 1 o'clock trade. So I will just write it down here. This is the first trade. The second trade around 2 o'clock, you can see that the market had already shot up above 700. So what did we do? We did one more short strangle, 35,800 calls as well as 35,700 puts. So even this is a short strangle, but this is slightly different. And finally we entered third trade right away, and that is 35,700 short straddle, 35,700 and 35,700 calls as well as puts. So these were the three trades which we were holding in BankNifty, 1, 2, 3. And today there was absolutely no adjustments made. And as we saw that, so the market was consolidating for quite some time, and around 2:55 we came out of all the positions again. So we exited everything with a positive of 1 lakh. So 1 lakh we were out of all the positions, and then again after 3.5, 3.10 we started to re-enter the positions. So I will just clear this board. Before doing that, I just want to summarize what exactly happened. Morning we did a 35,700 short straddle, 600 short straddle at 40k. We were out of all the positions. Then we didn't take any positions till afternoon. Afternoon we did a strangle, that is 35,700 calls, 35,600 puts. First strangle, that is this. Second strangle is 35,800 calls, 35,700 puts. This is the second one. And finally the straddle. 3 trades. And then we were again out of it at around 2:45, 2:55 when our M2M hit 1 lakh. So finally we took the last trade at 3 p.m. That is the usual trade which we take. And here we ended up shorting 35,800 calls because market was above 700. So it was around 750, 760. 35,800 calls and 35,700 puts, both at around somewhere close to 110 as well as 115 and 115, around this range. So this we went little higher quantity. We ended up shorting somewhere around 15,000 quantity, and this gave us almost close to 80k. So 80k on 15,000 quantity is somewhere close to 5.5 points. So this was the total decay in the last 5 minutes of the trade, 5.5 points. So overall we ended up with a profit of 1.8 lakh, and it was a pretty simple trade. There was absolutely no complications. Okay, so we'll just move on to the video. I'll just move little forward. So this was the Nifty trade which we had taken, but we exited it quite fast at no profit, no loss. So you can see that right here. This is the Nifty trade. So we won't be discussing more about this because the entire trade has been come out at no profit, no loss. So we'll just focus on BankNifty now. So you can see that we had entered 35,700 short straddle, but we are out of that right now. So we no longer have 35,700 short straddle, and we have booked some brilliant profits right over here in 35,700. And coming to 35,600 short straddles, right? So we are still holding 1,000 quantity of 35,600 short straddles, which will be out in a very little time. So if I just move ahead in the trade, so you can see that I square off everything with a profit of close to 45k. So my net quantity is 0 and my profit is 45k, and I have no more positions. And you can see that post this also I record for another 30 minutes more, and I don't take any positions. So I'll just close this video and we'll move on to the next video where we start adding positions at 1 o'clock. So this is 1 o'clock trade where we add 35,600 as well as 700. So I'll just show that to you. Okay, you can see here that we have added 35,600 CE as well as 700 PE. I think I told you the opposite one. I told you 700 CE as well as 600 PE, but we have done the opposite here. We have done in the money short strangle before, right? So this is the 1 o'clock trade which we took, and I'll move on to 2 o'clock trade. Okay, now we come to the 2 o'clock trade. As I told you, we actually didn't do out of money short strangles. We had done in the money short strangles. So here I made a small mess up. So this is, I had told you this is P as well as this is C. But the thing is, we had done a in the money short strangle. Other than that, the other positions are pretty much the same. So we have one lot short straddle at 35,700, and we also have one short strangle in the money and another one short strangle in the money. So it is not out of money short strangle, it is in the money short strangle which we had done. So you can see that you can keep following the M2M, and I also add some quantity of Nifty later on, but that won't help me a lot. So I add a short straddle at 15,850. So this Nifty trade also won't help me quite a lot. So you can see M2M is gradually shooting up. From 44k we have now come to around 70k. And I also end up adding some quantity of Nifty, around 3,000 quantity of Nifty, and we have now come to 75k. Slowly we move to 80k, and then slowly we come towards 90k, and finally when we reach 1 lakh I end up booking everything as I told you. So all my positions are cleared and I don't have any positions open. So now what we do, actually I have booked it quite early. So till 3:10, 3:15, I don't enter any positions. Only then I start entering positions. So I'll quickly show that to you. Okay, now we have come to around 3:15. I have added some quantity of shorts, as well as we have also purchased all the hedge positions. So we'll be quickly moving into the trade, right? So you can see around 3:19. So we have 16,250 quantity short in BankNifty, and we are also long with hedge. So because we were expecting the market to stay, and it was giving a very good theta decay, so we were just holding on to the same positions. Now it's 1,14,000, 1,20,000, 1,27,000. So at 194, I try booking everything. So when we reach around 2 lakh, but obviously there will be slippages. You can't expect to book exactly over 2 lakh. So overall we end up booking everything. And today we didn't take algo trade, by the way, because there was some issue with the algo and we had to rectify that, and that's the reason no algo trades were taken today. And you can see that overall we ended up booking around 1,86,000. So this was the simple trade which we took today. We took in phases. So as soon as we got some good amount of M2M decay, we just booked everything and re-entered when the market shot up or came down. So this way we did 3 times and we were able to book quite a good amount of profits. And if you have followed the system, even that would have given you quite good results. With 75% stop loss, you should have made some good amount of money. And coming to the Excel, so again today we'll be filling in the Excel. It's been a pretty good start for the month. It's been continuously around 5 days of profit, and we made around 1,86,000 today with a 7,000 brokerage. So you can see that we are inching closer to our first target. We are just 2 lakh away. Hopefully we'll be able to get that tomorrow, and we'll be pushing the monthly target to 5%. So this month has played out to be really well for us. So we'll see how this particular thing goes. Now coming to the last part, so we had posted this particular trade which we had taken. So you can see that right here. I'll be showing you that trade from the terminal. So currently we are sitting with a 11,000 loss with that particular trade. So we still haven't done any adjustments, or we still haven't done anything. So we are currently sitting with a loss of around 11,000 rupees. So we will see P&L. M2M is from yesterday to today. P&L will actually reflect the actual profit or loss with the particular trade. So tomorrow we will be shifting these hedge legs, because this hedge leg is for the coming week expiry, so it will expire tomorrow. So tomorrow we will be shifting the hedge legs later on. So we'll see how the entire trading goes, and if required we'll also try to adjust the positions. But right now it is pretty comfortable, well within the range. Unless it crosses somewhere around 36,300, I don't think any adjustment is required on the upside. And finally, coming to the last part, we have got some great response on the course. We have got over 2,500 registrations, and if you have liked the course, then please do recommend it to your friends as well. And if you are liking the content on this channel, please do hit the like button, share and subscribe. And if you haven't checked out the course, you can still go to www.optionables.in, go to the courses tab, apply the coupon and get your course for free. So thank you so much for joining, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow in the new video. Thanks a lot.